What is up, YouTube? It's RSMario here, bringing you another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet video. Alright, this time we got some other Nintendo news on the end of it as well. So if you stick around to the end of the video, I've got some more Nintendo news for you. But today we are going to talk about some stuff from Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. So of course Riddler Khu has been playing around with AI, which that's a scary concept, you know. We also have Nintendo announced that they were doing a their own little live event E3 type of thing later this year. So we're going to talk about all that in this video. And so of course you want to continue getting videos like this from me. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell button, do all that good stuff that YouTube requires you to do. Continue getting videos from me, as well as follow me at twitter.com/rsmario128. Like that video, tweet, share that video, tweet, and I will shout you out at the end of the video. So you can check that out as well. Of course, I got the anime preview for this season of anime. This season looking pretty. It's looking pretty lit. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? It's looking pretty lit. So let's get on into the Pokemon stuff. All right. So we're gonna start off with Riddler Khu and his fashionable hat. So he posted this a couple days ago. Basically, it's an encoded message that's a riddle. So this is a riddle of some sort. Once you break the code, it's going to be a riddle, and of course you solve the riddle, and then you figure out whatever the information is he's telling you about the Scarlet and Violet DLC. But the thing is, he actually encoded this with AI. So he encoded this with ChatGPT. Now, I'm going to tell you now, I know nothing about ChatGPT, okay, all right? One, I'm a little bit apprehensive of AI because I literally did a story on my news video about AI killing a guy, okay? It told the dude KYS. It told him, essentially. I mean, the guy also had, like, climate anxiety, so he already had issues, but the AI was like, yeah, man, go ahead and just, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and just end it, man. And he did it. So AI is a weird thing, man, but he used ChatGPT to encode this message. And so people have been trying to decode it. And I think this is probably going to be one of the hardest riddles ever from Riddler Khu because of it. And it's mainly because of how AI works, or how ChatGPT works. And Demi on Twitter actually kind of gave a little bit of insight into this, saying that people need to realize that even if the message it creates are coherent, it'll give you a different answer every time, as it is drawing information from multiple sources and getting unrelated things mixed up. These were all in a row, and basically there's a bunch of responses that they have on there. I want to get into some responses later that are actually kind of funny, but yeah, this is how AI works. Like, I remember when I was talking in my other video, when I was talking about the AI anime, this is how AI art and all this kind of stuff works in general. It scours the internet and it gets thousands of sources of information. It could be, you know, pictures, art, video, it could be all this other kind of stuff, and it compiles them together and then manipulates them into art. You know what I'm saying? So the AI anime is actually thousands, maybe even millions of, you know, pieces of data from around the internet that have been compiled together and manipulated into AI art. That's why it looks kind of janky, you know what I'm saying? You know, and so that's essentially what's going on with this code. So whenever people put the code in the ChatGPT and try to get it to solve it without specific parameters that only Q really knows because he created it, you're not going to really get an answer that's related to Pokemon 9 times out of 10, because it's taking little bits and pieces of information from all around the internet and compiling it in the best way it possibly can. You know, which is why we get some of these cool reactions, like these cool answers like this one. The decrypted message using the Virginery cipher with the key Q is, "Welcome back to the Matrix. I trust that you are well. In accordance to our agreement, the one will fight the many. See you soon, Neo. Like, what? It has nothing to do with Pokemon. You know what I'm saying? Unless by meaning the Matrix, they mean the dream world from Generation 5. So that could technically be like a kind of a throwback to the Matrix, you know, the dream world from Generation 5. This could mean that Generation 5 remakes are coming. Oh, this one right here. The riddle appears to be encoded using a simple Caesar cipher with a backward shift of 6 letters. When decoded, it reads, "Contact authorities for assistance. 6 April marks the beginning of the end. The world will fall and darkness will rise." I don't know if that's a reference to like a movie or something, but I hope that's not the the riddle. So this person at least came up with one that was close, at least associated to the DLC itself. So this one said the decoded message is, "Kitakami City is beautiful. I hope you enjoy your visit to our city. There are many sights to see and people are friendly. Note the the Virgin. I'm gonna call it the Virgin code. The Virgin cipher is a polyalphabetic substitution cipher that uses a series of interwoven Caesar ciphers based on a keyword. In this case, the keyword Q is used to encrypt the original message." So that's crazy. All right, it's probably gonna take us a long time to figure out, you know what I'm saying, what this is. I can't wait for the DLC to come out so that Q could be like, "Oh yeah, it really meant this," and it turns out to be something remarkably simple, and yet people spent like most of a year trying to crack this thing. And it's gonna be funny. It's gonna be funny. Let's get on to the next story. So this is the next story, and probably the one I'm the most excited about is Nintendo Live Seattle 2023. So it's been a long time since Nintendo has had like a really big live event. I believe Space World, if I'm not mistaken, was one of the events Nintendo liked to go to. You know what I'm saying? But they haven't really had a live event in a long time. And so they announced yesterday morning that they were gonna have a live event from Seattle. So when I mean live event, not just a stream, I mean an actual event where you could actually go there and like talk to people and like touch things. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it's not just an internet event. So this is kind of like a mini E3, but just for Nintendo. Now, unfortunately, it's not going to be in June. It's going to be in September. It's unfortunate, but it's kind of fortunate for me because that's my birthday month. So maybe it'll be around my birthday. That'll be like the ultimate gift, a big Nintendo event for maybe I should go. I haven't traveled in ever. That would be kind of interesting. But there are a lot of theories about why they're doing this. I mean, because again, Nintendo doesn't do events like this very often at all. They could be doing this because they have a pretty big announcement. And there will be no bigger Nintendo announcement than a brand new Switch, a brand new piece of hardware. Yes, I am turning this into a Super Nintendo Switch thing. I don't care. Alright, I'm going to get my Super Nintendo Switch, damn it. But yes, it is possible that could be what they're trying to do. I mean, because why else would they need a place for you to be able to play live, demos of games and stuff if it's just a Switch game? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I guess, yeah, they can play like, Tears of the Kingdom, but Tears of the Kingdom is going to be out at that point. What other game coming out at that half of the year does Nintendo need to demo live? That they couldn't just put a demo on the eShop. I mean, on the Nintendo store. Huh? You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking that we're going to get a new system here. Alright, and it's just my theory. A game theory. Yeah, I did it. But yeah, that's just my theory here, is that we could be getting a new system announcement at this event. That's why they, made the event in the first place. They backed out of E3, so this way, when they did their event, all eyes are on them. They don't have to compete with Sony or Microsoft. They don't have to compete with any third parties. There's nobody like, oh, who won E3? No, Nintendo ain't won E3 because Nintendo made their own E3 and they won it because they was the only people there. Now, of course, maybe they'll have some third parties there because, third parties do work with Nintendo. Maybe this is where they announced the first Nintendo Call of Duty because remember, they did sign that agreement for next 10 years that Call of Duty was going to be coming to Nintendo consoles with feature parity. So basically all the features from the other games, from the other consoles will be on the Nintendo version. They usually announce Call of Duties around, usually they announce them around like October, November, but maybe they could do it a little bit early here. I don't know, but the whole thing seems pretty interesting. So, that's about it for this. Of course, if you want to continue getting more videos from me, like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. If you want to watch more videos, of course, I have my news roundup video that has a whole bunch more news. And then there are 2 other videos that the YouTube algorithm will tell you are good for you to watch. So, if there's any AI you can listen to, I guess it's the Google AI. And keep it real.